Hi everyone, and welcome to another Wednesday Sew and Chat. I finished the quilt that I had been working on the last couple weeks, Trifles. You can see it behind us. So I'm really excited to have that one finished. I am going to have my husband show you a few backings, fabric options later.
I have work to do.
Yeah, let me know if you like either of them or if you think I should look for something else. I'm not really set on either of them. I really do prefer, if I'm using like a line of fabric, to have the backing be one of the fabrics from the quilt, but I'm trying to branch out because I got really good deals on these fabrics. So I think one of them might work. Let me show you. So these are leftovers from the jelly roll for this quilt. So it's a couple different prints from it. I went through and made sure to choose just black ones that I'm going to piece together and do a scrappy binding on the quilt for sure. So it's mostly just the backing fabric that's still up in the air. So what I'm working on today is going to be a quilt pattern that I received when I was getting the Sew Sampler box from the Fat Quarter Shop. It's called Al Fresco, and it uses a Jolly Bar, which I think is exclusive to the Fat Quarter Shop, but they're basically pre-cuts that are 5" by 10 inches. So basically a layer cake that's chopped in half. I actually really like Jolly Bars. I think it was a genius idea of the Fat Quarter Shop. The pattern is really cute. It's really simple, just 4 stars in the center, and then a thin border around those and a piano key border around that with 4 little stars in the corners. I really like their patterns because they show you the exact fabric prints that they used, so you can replicate the quilt exactly if you want to. So I really like that. The Jolly Bar that I am using is Sun Washed by Corey Yoder. So that is what I received. It was probably a while ago, so I'm not sure if you can still find this fabric, but that is what it is. And if you have not used Jolly Bars before, like the idea of them, when you order the Jolly Bars from the Fat Quarter Shop, at least back when I was getting them pretty frequently, you would usually get a pattern with them, some sort of pattern, which I thought was really nice. And then they have a lot of Jolly Bar books. Here's one I have. It was only, I think, $10 for this pattern book. And they have a lot of really cute patterns in here. So yeah. So I think this one, what the Sew Sampler usually is all about is an exclusive pattern. So I don't know if you can find this exact one, but I do recommend the Jolly Bar books they have if you want to work with one. So that was a lot, but we're going to get started. I have everything prepped. So here I have, these are set up for the small stars in the corners, and then all of the like the piano keys, the center cornerstone is here, all of the sashing and everything that I need in the inner border. And then I have the 4 center stars all prepped here. And what I'm going to start with first is making the 2 at a time half square triangles. And now you can talk to them, because
Becca confirmed that it is a Fat Quarter Shop.
I thought so. Thank you, Becca. And nice to see you in here. And oh, I see Amy's in here. Amy, I think you just had your surgery. So I hope that you are resting and recovering. I think everything went well. So that is fantastic.
She's all drugged up, so she'll be
that
fine.
Sounds nice. He gave me a glass of wine earlier when we had dinner. We actually had dinner today before the live, which is really good. But I'm like, I don't know if I should be sewing right now. I'm pretty lightweight. We'll make this happen though. So I already prepped these for half square triangles. I have a line center along the diagonal, along the center, and I'm going to sew along each side of them. I feel so proud of myself having everything prepped and ready to go.
I'm very proud of you. So just a couple things to go over. I just put on the screen. Austin Sewing is every third Saturday they have a sale, which is 20% off all fabrics, including pre-cuts, kits, patterns, and books. If you're local, you can go into the store. It's in. I actually don't think it's in Austin.
It's in Round Rock.
Yeah, Round Rock, but it's in the Austin area. If not, you can go online and get the same sale. All other stuff's online. You can buy anything you want. So if you need fabric and you're looking to get a good deal, it's this Saturday. It's the third Saturday. 20% off all fabric and such. I put a link on the screen, so you should be able to see that. So hopefully that'll save you some money if you want. We don't get anything from it. We just really like that store, and it's a sale that they have every third Saturday. So I think the code is third Sat sale. And then you can get a discount on whatever you buy.
Is it just on fabric? I don't remember.
It's fabric, pre-cut. So it's any regular fabric on bolts, pre-cuts, kits, patterns, and books.
The only thing I remember is he said that the Tula goes fast.
Yeah, so the Tula goes really fast, and I think you probably need to be in store for that. Although if you get there on their website at 12:01 a.m., you may be able to snag some. But yes. So there's that. And if you need, I can put the banner up again if you need to. But it's there. So the other thing, just as a reminder, our annual, or what did we call it? The 1-year anniversary sale. The winner of that will be announced on Wednesday. So next Wednesday, we'll announce it. And that will be for a brand new Juki TL18 QVP. It's in a box, brand new. It's not this one. All you have to do is make a purchase from our store. And if you don't want to make a purchase, you can look online for the instructions on how to enter.
Do you have a longer ruler over there?
I do not have a ruler at all. But all purchases must be made by 11:59 p.m. Central Time on Sunday. And if you go the route of not purchasing anything, we have to receive your entry by Sunday. So really, I guess technically by Saturday, because mail doesn't deliver on Sunday. So just keep that in mind. But the announcement will be made next Wednesday on this live, probably around 7:15 p.m. Central Time. So those are the two main updates that we had. She is, as she mentioned, working on a Jolly Bar.
Did I give you the pattern just in case anybody asks whenever?
Which one was it? This one?
Yeah, that one.
Yes. Did you need it?
No.
Oh. So, if anyone needs to know the pattern, I will let you know because I have it right next to me. So I can tell everyone. Yeah, so Amy said she's in less pain now than she was before the surgery.
Oh, wow.
I've had that happen a couple times. Now, many of the surgeries I had were emergency surgeries because they were done in the field in the middle of the desert. But I've had a couple follow-up surgeries that were planned. And I think there's something mental about it, right? So you're already in pain, which is why you need surgery. And then, as the day approaches, I feel like your body's like, hey, hopefully this is going to feel better. And so you talk yourself into hurting more because you're sort of expecting to go away. But I've had that happen too, where I'm always in pain generally, but a day or two before the surgery and the day of the surgery, I feel like I'm in more pain. But that may just be me. But at least with the surgery you had, I have heard that generally clears things up pretty quickly and you're back on your feet within a week or two. So let me put it this way. I've never heard anyone that has gotten that surgery that has complained about it. Everyone seems to be very happy with the outcome. So
Hi, Sean.
Donna is apparently in here. I didn't see her.
Well, hi, Donna, if
Someone
you are
said hi.
here still.
So.
Irish Sail Lady, Lindsay, Kathy. Hi to all of you. That's all I can see on the screen, but hi to everyone. For real, like, hi. I'm so glad you're here hanging out with us.
Yes. So, the quilt behind us is what my wife had been working on for the past several lives. As you can see, the quilt top is done. So the question is, what should the backing fabric be? Now we have two options, and the third option would be neither of what we have.
Which is fine. It will not hurt my feelings. They'll get used on something either way.
So there's this fabric which has flowers on it, and it's a little bit darker there, but that's sort of the true color right there. And you can see that is sort of how it would look. So that's option number one, the light color.
So these are all wide fabrics that I found so that I don't have to piece them together. And I got them online. They were like a really good deal.
And here is the dark option. And it's a geometric pattern, and this is what it would look like. It's like I'm not doing a very good job here.
And I know that I have some quilt top that either of them will work on if they don't work on.
Yes. So we have the light option and the dark option, or the option of, hey, you need something better because neither
find
of those look
something else.
very good. What's up, oh, say hi.
So I'll probably put this quilt on the long arm tomorrow or Friday and work on it over the weekend. If either of these work, or if I can find something else in my stash, if no one likes any of these. I know, Sean, I really loved that gray. I just had to get it, and if I don't use it on this quilt, I'm going to use it on the one that I actually got the fabric from Austin Sewing, that really bright flying geese one. I should grab it.
So everyone says dark. Literally, there's been no one but dark.
Okay.
So there you go.
Well, then I'll just use it on that one.
Dado, people say you're cute. What do you think about that? He says he agrees. Okay, watch. I don't want to get on your paw. Move over a little bit.
Oh. He said no. You were petting me, so
go.
I'm staying right here.
Yeah.
So I'm just trimming down all of these half square triangles. I'm not even trimming much off of them. They sewed up pretty close to the size needed, but that little bit we all know can make these all funny. Yeah, Linda, that's what I was thinking too, was that if I did the darker backing fabric, that it would look good with the binding that I set aside for the quilt.
Sean says if you don't like dark fabric, you can always send it to him.
I know, isn't it really nice? I'll tell you, that fabric was such a good price on. So do you remember where I bought it from?
No clue, baby.
It was, I think it's Lynn's Electric Quilts. It's an online shop. I think they might be in store too somewhere here in Texas. I think I said it was outside Dallas, right? No, it was in McKinley, Texas.
Oh, McKinney, Texas.
McKinney, yeah. But they were having 20% off their wide fabric.
So since people are asking, this is Shadow. His name is Shadow. He's a boy. He is 7.5 years old. 27. Yeah. So he's 7.5. He is a Labradoodle. We keep his hair very short because where we live,
I sneeze all the time.
There is pollen everywhere on our property, and so he will go out there and he'll come back in and everybody sneezes, because while he's technically hypoallergenic, that does not mean the stuff that he gets on his coat is hypoallergenic. So we keep him pretty short. Plus it's like 114 degrees here, so he prefers it better when he goes for walks, if he's not too fluffy.
Well, and he loves when the grass is freshly mowed, and he goes out there and rolls around in it until he's pretty much coated in little pieces of grass.
Yeah, he just got groomed a day ago. Was it yesterday or the day before? I don't remember.
I think the day before. I think it was Monday. Yeah.
So he got groomed on Monday, and today I saw him in our yard, and sort of where I could see him on the property, and he was just like doing his doggy thing where he lies in the grass and like turns himself over so he can rub all the
All
dirt and
new
pollen and
clean
everything
smell
on him.
off of them.
So he comes back in not smelling like he had just been groomed. So
He's
that's
really
just how
proud
he
of
rolls.
himself.
He's
after.
very proud. He comes in with a big old smile like he did something good.
Yeah.
Silly pup. So Sean says we should have a dog as a YouTube show.
Yeah.
It'd be funny just to get them on there and see if they talk to each other.
He's not like, I always see videos of dogs like watching the TV or looking at something on the TV, especially if it's other dogs, but he has zero interest.
Yeah, if we go out and there's like another pup, like 90% of the time he'll just walk on by, like won't even pay attention to him. The difference is like there was a Great Dane the other day, and he was trying to protect us, so he like barked at it. Now, he's all barking, no bite. He would never do anything.
I think he would end up being scared.
Yeah, but he's not into other dogs. He loves humans. He'll run up to every human on the planet if he could
And try to get
pets. But like a couple months ago, one of the people that lives in the town that we do, their dog got loose, and he was like 3 times the size of Shadow. He was a huge hound dog. I don't know what he was, but he was probably 140 pounds and like double the size, triple the size of Shadow. But he was a very sweet dog, so we just took him into our property because we didn't want him running around and getting hit or something.
Call them to come get him.
And like Shadow went out there, and they like Shadow sniffed him once, and then just like the other dog wanted to play with him, but Shadow was just not having it. He was just ignoring him.
I think he was worried that we have another dog now, and he won't get all the attention. Honestly.
Yeah, he loves attention. So bye, Linda. Sorry, I just saw your message. So he, yes, Zaza, we switched sides because the honest answer is I couldn't remember which sides we're on, and so I was like, this is how we sit. So in real life, my wife is right there, and now obviously the camera's reversed, but she's to my left. So the way you're seeing it is how we're actually sitting. So apparently it's normally the other way.
Under the machine.
So yes, Shadow is the most spoiled fur baby on the planet. He literally, I'm not even joking. He has his own couch that he sleeps on. It's like a human couch. You can sit on it, whatever. But he has that so he doesn't sit on our furniture.
Yeah, our daughter's best friend was like laughing about how many toys our dog has. She was like, that's crazy. The couch thing is because our daughter actually had that couch first in her room. It's like a small, like it's
like a love seat thing.
But it's not like a full size. It's like meant for kids. And she didn't want it anymore. So we were like, well, why don't we the dog would love it.
Yeah. And he does. He likes to sit on it, and we have it right in front of a big picture window. And he'll look out onto the property, and anytime he sees squirrels, he'll like look at us and want us to go open the door so he can attempt to catch a squirrel. The problem is that there's some trees that are, I don't know.
Yeah, they just go right up the tree.
30 yards from the door, and so they run up there and get there. But he caught a squirrel once. Like he finally did once, 6-7 months ago. Caught one, and then like he got it. I mean, he didn't hurt it, and he just like pawed it. Like he's trying to figure out what it was, and then he let it escape. And I was like, after that, I thought he would be done chasing squirrels because he had already caught one and he knew what they did. And he let that one go and it ran up the tree. But he still goes out and tries to catch them. I don't know what the purpose is, because what are you going to do with it? You've already caught one. You play with it and then you let it go.
So the center of these stars is a 4-patch. So there is that. And hi, Christina. So I'm going to lay the star out because you can see all the star points aren't going to be the same fabric. So I'm going to lay it out and try to, if I have room here, and try to figure out how I want them like positioned.
Yeah, as Zaza says, it's just in their nature to chase squirrels. That's right, Chads. That's how you work. Good pup.
I think I'm going to alternate them.
Let me see.
Well, I can't.
No, I can see. Oh, yeah, that looks good. I like it. So, let's see. Question number 1 for today. Oh, this is a good one. and it had me thinking. And my wife hasn't seen these questions yet. If you could make one food calorie-free for the rest of your life, what would it be? So you could eat this food, you get full, but you could eat it guilt-free. You wouldn't ever accumulate calories by eating this food, such that you could do whatever you wanted.
So, Christina, if you were still in here, my guess would be you would choose either cereal or ice cream. Let me know if I'm right if you're still in here. What would mine be? Probably pasta. Could you be general like that and just say pasta? So it's like, I mean...
Yeah, but like if you're
I
going to have
it's
pasta with tomato sauce, you're going to get 30 calories instead of 500. Because the tomato sauce may not even be 30 calories. You can say pasta or like ravioli or whatever. You can say whatever you want. There are no rules here.
Well, I guess I'd be general and say pasta.
Okay, so Amy's going fried chicken.
This is the perfect time to do this question because I'm not hungry
yeah.
for once. I'm up here.
Mona would go with pizza. Gigi's cheesecake.
Really, Christina, cereal or pizza? I would have thought for sure it'd be ice cream, but
Lynn would go with chocolate, and Michelle chocolate, Teresa chocolate, Karen cheesecake, Twyla with the jelly donuts. I like where your head's. I love donuts, but jelly ones aren't my favorite. Donuts for Vicky, pizza or Chinese food for Sean.
Chinese food.
Jill says Texas sheet cake. So, Jill, I have to ask, I don't know what the difference between a Texas sheet cake and a regular sheet cake is, so would you mind filling me in? Joy T is taking this very broadly and saying anything Italian.
No, see, I should have gone with that. Way to think that.
She's like breadsticks, pasta fajoule, soup.
I know we mentioned it last night, but we
cannolis.
found this Italian restaurant that is so good, and we've eaten there an embarrassingly amount of times.
Yeah. But so someone just said, Sheila just said desserts. Cookies.
New York pizza is really good, Christina, but it's absolutely not fair if there's a place around you to get good pizza because there is no place here to get good pizza.
Although the Italian place we found has pizza.
We just have not ventured there.
We've just been so enamored with like all of the actual homemade pastas that we just haven't gone there yet. Barbara says, hello from Wisconsin. Hello, love Wisconsin. Great state. I received for Mother's Day from my daughter your Slidelock set. OMG, my cutting will never be the same.
Oh,
well,
good.
That is awesome, Barbara.
And what a good daughter.
Yes, that's an amazing guy.
Don't put your nose up here by the iron.
Christina says New York pizza is life these days. Mona changes her answer to donuts. Casey goes with ice cream. So, Amy, question for Casey. If he's not in chat, I haven't seen him. What kind of ice cream? Because there's a Cold Stone that just opened up near us, and there's also a Baskin Robbins that just opened up near us. Very different types of ice cream. Does Casey have a preference between traditional store-bought ice cream or Baskin Robbins or Cold Stone, anything like that?
So I'm not a huge ice cream fan. I don't mind ice cream, but I have to be really in the mood for it. But Publix used to have this branded ice cream that was like their brand that was like it was called their home churned or homemade. That ice cream was so good.
Sean says Amanda says chocolate for him. Okay. Well, but not him, but she says
she
chocolate.
chooses his ice cream, I'm sure.
So Jill says a Texas sheet cake is gooey chocolate inside the cake and on top with pecans.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, my wife hates chocolate. So. Good morning. Good evening, Ginger. Glad you could join us. So for me, I would have to go burgers. Yeah. Just as a general category. One, because the burgers that I like to eat probably have like 1,500 calories. I'm talking like 8 ounces, medium rare meat with bacon and cheese and sauce. And I dip it in ranch. I love burgers. So I would go with burgers because one, it's something I could eat every day, which means I'd never accumulate calories. And I guess I hadn't thought this through. If you don't ever have calories, then your body's going to, kill itself. Although I guess what I could do is just eat burgers all day long and then have like a big old Texas sheet cake, apparently, and get my calories. So I'd be fine.
So that's fair, Sean, because I was kind of joking, thinking about how it is here, and I do most of the shopping, and you're going to end up with whatever I buy.
That's true. That's absolutely
But he said he does most of the shopping.
Casey said best ice cream is whatever is in his mouth. If Ian were here, there'd be a joke made. So just in case anyone wondered, I switched the cameras back because I guess people were getting somewhat confused because when I was looking at you, it looked like I was looking in the opposite direction. So,
maybe that's why we had him that way.
Maybe, I don't know. Sheila says she likes it better this way. So there you go. That's what I get for trying to be devious.
It is weird that it's reversed. I guess I never really realized that because I'm not watching the video.
Vicky, I do like Five Guys. I'm not a huge fan of their fries. I know a lot of people like them.
I like them.
I find them so-so. Their burgers are good. They're a little bit greasy for me.
He is very
picky.
Very picky about a burger.
Christina, do I put eggs on burgers? So here's the thing.
He will put all the things on it. It depends on what mood he's in.
Yeah, the problem is I like eggs as runny as possible, much to Amy's chagrin. And I like to be able to eat a burger without making a huge mess. So for me, eggs on burgers don't work all that well simply because they have to be cooked too much before it makes it easy to eat. And so, I mean, I've done it before, and if I'm really in the mood, I will. But like, it just gets so messy because I want it basically a raw egg on it. Like it'll be cooked for a few minutes. I like a medium rare.
Raw.
Yeah. My favorite sort of chain burger, not that anyone has asked, but is In-N-Out for sure. But there's a place and I haven't seen her in the chat, but Danelle, if you're here, there's a place in Grosse Pointe Farms called Lux, and their burgers are divine. And it's I would definitely try there. It's Lux, Luxe, Grosse Pointe Farms.
I thought you liked that one place.
And then there's Little Tony's, which is in Grosse Pointe Woods, and they're like a mile and a half away from each other. They do a much more traditional burger. It's just meat, cheese, lettuce, onions, tomato, bun. Lux has Lux burgers. They've got truffle burgers. They've got all sorts of crazy stuff, but they're both equally good. But Lux is sort of more my style.
Michelle Starr said she was confused when you were petting Shadow and his tail showed up in my screen.
He's a really big dog. He's a medium-sized dog. Okay, guy, Sean, what are we doing here? Like, come on. Pineapple and beetroot on a burger? Now, to be fair, I've never tried it, so I won't knock it.
Yeah, because someone said something about peanut butter, and you said you were going to try that. You haven't.
I haven't, just because I haven't had a chance to. There's a place here, or not here, it's like 45 minutes away, called the Burger Barn. They have a peanut butter burger, and they have very good burgers, so I may want to try theirs. Angela says she would make steak calorie-free. That's smart.
I could do that. That would make me happy.
Zaza says Sean has questionable food taste. Jill says she used to send her son across the street to a gas station to get mayo fought. I don't know what is mayo fought. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a typo or if it's just something I've never heard of. Christina says the best burger she's ever had was at a place called S&L Burger in Florida. I used to love Big Mouth Burgers in Ybor City. They're no longer around. They closed during COVID, but they had delicious burgers. It was either Big Mouth or Fat Mouth. I think it may have been Fat Mouth Burgers.
I don't know. I can picture the sign though.
Right. It's a big mouth, right? But so whether it's big or fat mouth, I don't remember. But they were delicious. Sean says burger with cheese, bacon, beetroot, fried eggs, and pineapple is what we call the works burger in Australia. Yeah, but don't you guys get eaten by like crazy animals? Probably because you eat crazy food. That's too much, Sean.
Zaza said pickled beetroot is the devil's food.
Oh, Jill says she used to send her son to the gas station to get mayo for her In-N-Out burger.
Oh. Yeah, because they don't do mayo there, do they?
I don't know if it's on the special menu. They don't. It's not a standard ingredient for them. Gina says, fellow Michigander, welcome, Gina. Where in Michigan are you? We're in Texas, unfortunately.
No.
But we're technically from Michigan, and we'll move back as soon as we can. But that's not currently where we are.
It's a huge star so far.
You see? Well, that's really pretty.
Just need to do the bottom row.
Really like those colors.
Well, I didn't design it that way. I just followed the pattern.
Sojo Quilty Stitchy Thing says she doesn't know about pineapple on a burger, but she loves it on a pizza.
I do too.
As do I. I'm a big fan. I know there's a lot of people who think that's blasphemy, but I think it's delicious.
I would, as much as you're joking with Sean, I would try the pineapple on a burger just because I think it'd probably be good since I like it on pizza. I mean, it's still like that sweet savory. Yeah. I just don't even know what pickled beetroot is, and I don't like beets, so I don't think
she hates beets.
Oh.
Owasso. Okay, so that's north of where we were. We lived in Ann Arbor and Grosse Pointe Farms. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Owasso's up by Lansing.
Sean said he understands if you pass on the beet, but you should try the pineapple. I think I would try it because I love pineapple. I like it on a lot of because it's in a lot of Asian dishes too. So
Michelle is in Lansing, so I'm assuming that is close to where Owasso is because I think in my memory that's where it is. So we had so Angela says they lost their Fuddruckers. We had one too, and I actually love Fuddruckers.
Ours close too.
One because I think it's fun to try ostrich meat, which I had never had before.
I would never.
They had ostrich, bison, chicken, beef. But I just like that you could build your own burger. But ours closed during COVID, and it stayed closed.
I liked there that you could put the toppings you wanted on your burger. Like they made your burger and whatnot, and then you could go.
You could just do whatever you wanted. Yeah, it was great. Gina says halfway between Flint and Lansing. Okay. Donna Armstrong lived in East Lansing when her dad went to college, presumably Michigan State. Joan is at her grandson's baseball game. They are currently losing 2-0, but it's only the top of the third, so
hopefully they pick back up.
Yep. Sheila says there is a restaurant in Oklahoma City called Whiskey Cake. Yeah, so we have Whiskey Cake here in Houston. There's a bunch in the Houston area. I did have one of their burgers. They changed their menu recently. They used to have something called an OMG burger, which is pretty good. And actually, hey, Amy, that's where we went. We went to Whiskey Cake when we went out, I believe. Yeah, because that was the first place I tried chicken and waffles. Their OMG burger was good. They've changed their menu though, and I don't think they have that. They've got some other burger which has some cheese on it, which is not supposed to be on the burger.
Well, our son was very upset with them because he does not like their pickles when he had his burger.
Welcome from Alaska, Lena. She loves Fuddruckers, although they don't have any up there.
I should have pinned this because it's not wanting to line up at the seams, but it'll be
okay. So Amy, question for you. Do you know of any board game stores, specialty game stores that do open game nights? So something you guys probably don't know about me, a good friend of mine from law school and I created a board game, and he's done some play testing in Seattle, and we've gotten some really good feedback. But I need to do some play testing, and I've got more free time coming up than I've had in the past. So I'm trying to find somewhere to do play testing for the game to get more feedback so that we can go to market at some point. There's not really anywhere in Houston, but I'm wondering if there is somewhere in Austin simply because of the college scene, and people there seem to be much more into fun things than people in Houston. So if you know of any places, Amy, let me know. I would love to know.
So did all of the Fuddruckers close? It sounds like everyone's saying there's...
Huh.
That's bad.
I wonder if they did. I don't know. Maybe they did. Jimmy's in East Lansing. Oh, so burger. Shoot, what was that place in Ann Arbor called?
Is it the place that they yell at you?
Yeah, Jim. It's something Jim.
So cute.
There's a really good burger place in Ann Arbor though, where if you don't order right, they will get mad at you and yell. Man, I wish I could remember.
Yeah, you never took me because I was like really paranoid, but you had gone a couple times.
Yeah, no,
I was really worried like I would get yelled at and cry there.
I never got yelled at because I just sort of, they have a big sign that tells you exactly how you have to order. And it's a weird way to do it, but that's the way they want it. Like, so for instance, you have to order any fried elements to your burger before you order the burger. So if you wanted fried mushrooms, fried onions, bacon, you'd have to go up and say, they'll say, what do you want? And you say, bacon, fried mushroom, or bacon, mushrooms, and fried onions. And then you would move to the next station and they say, what do you want? You would say, I'd like a double patty. And then you'd move to the next station and say, I'd want cheese, lettuce, and tomato.
For me.
So it's a weird way to order, but if you follow the rules, they don't yell at you. Crazy Gyms, I think is what it's called. Crazy Gyms. I'm gonna have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
They were featured on, was it Diners? The Diners Dives?
Diners, yeah, it was on Diners Drive. Yeah, the Guy Fieri.
Whatever it is.
Sheila says that's a very pretty block. So Angela says there are at least still 2 in California, in Concord and Sacramento, so they may not have completely closed, but just.
I mean, I still wish it was here because it's really hard to find a place that all 4 of us are willing to go to. And that was a place like everybody could get some food.
So as I said, she couldn't be bothered with that and wouldn't eat somewhere they yelled at you.
Yeah, I can't. Like,
I get it. Now, the one thing I will say is it used to, they moved, they're still in Ann Arbor, but it used to be a block away from the main campus, the University of Michigan. And there would almost all the time be like a 30-person line out the door, and they were just not in the mood of having to explain to people how to order.
Yeah, I'm sure it was for efficiency.
So it was.
They can get everybody through, but like, I just will choose not to go there because I don't want to be stressed out trying to tell you what I want to eat. I'll just pack my lunch thing.
It's called Crazy Jim's Blimpie Burger is what it's called in Ann Arbor. So, great place if you're in the other one that is in Grosse Pointe Park is Red Crown. So there's a place called the Red Crown in Grosse Pointe Park. They have excellent burgers. They actually have like really good food generally, but their burgers are really good. But it is built into a building that used to be a Red Crown gas station. So it's sort of a really cool motif inside. So yes, yeah. So Twilight, it's like the soup guy on Seinfeld. It's the burger place is very similar to that. They don't say no soup for you, but they will say you do not get a burger today, and then you leave. So,
I mean, good for them that they have so much business that they can yell at people.
Yeah, they sure do.
It has to be like a really good burger.
They're very good. But plus, I get it. Like, they have to deal with a bunch of entitled college students on a regular basis. Like, they probably just don't have patience for that.
Kind of have to if you're in that kind of profession.
Well, clearly they don't. So.
I mean, there was a big trend for a while of places that like yell at you and treat you like crap and stuff.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there's, what is it, Dick's Last Resort, and there's another one that's similar where you go and the entire gimmick is that they're assholes to you the entire time. I would never go to a place like that because I'd be afraid I'd end up throwing punches. Like, I get it. Like, that's part of the gimmick, but that's not a gimmick that I want to be a part of.
Yeah, you would just have to know ahead of time and not go. Because
yeah.
I wouldn't want to go. I'd probably end up crying.
Angela says there was a place that she lived in when she lived in Texas called Steak Express that had steak and potato delivery, but they made amazing burgers. So Joe says she can relate to being yelled at customers, but sometimes she learns new vocabulary. Oh man. Yeah. So yeah, so there's Dick's Last Resort, and then Amy says there's another one called Crazy Dave's Last Resort.
Yeah, I think for a while there was a bunch of them that came about.
So here's another question similar to the
Is it food again?
No. But I'm asking because I don't really drink all that much, and
we literally were just talking about having.
let me rephrase. So I don't really drink that much, but when I do, it's either like a glass of wine that we have because we have a wine thing downstairs, or it is an old fashioned because I like Scotch. So what is your favorite alcoholic drink? Just because I don't know enough about drinks to know what might be good and what might not be good. And I know there's a bunch of drinks that I've never heard of that.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to look them all.
Yeah,
probably.
Sheila says there was a restaurant where she lives called Molly Murphy's, and the waitress would sit on the table to take your order.
What the heck?
I don't know if I'd want that. Judy says Crown Peach. So Crown, I believe, is a rum, maybe. So maybe peach rum with Sprite. So Amy, that doesn't help me. That's typically if I'm gonna drink, like, that's what I drink. That's not helpful. White Russian, which I believe may have coffee, so I don't do coffee.
Yeah, Christina already knew what I drink.
Yeah, she loves lemon drops. It's her favorite. Long Island iced tea.
You find them absolutely.
I don't really like sweet drinks. Now, I do like mojitos. I don't really think those are sweet per se. And I will indulge if I'm at a Mexican place and they have a good one. I will do a pina colada from time to time, but that's about as far as I can go for sweet. Anita says the blocks are beautiful and your videos are interesting to watch.
Thank you so much.
Margaritas. A lot of people like margaritas. Malibu rum and coffee.
Huh.
I've had Malibu.
Is Malibu only coconut?
I think they make like a mango. There's a bunch of different flavors, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like some sort of coconut.
It's like almost like a flavored coffee.
I guess Mai Tai. You like Mai Tais?
I do.
I make vanilla to bake with bourbon. It is a staple in the house. Mojito or Appleton Golden rum with Coke.
I like a good mojito.
Gin and tonic. Crown is a whiskey. Okay. Frozen strawberry daiquiri.
Andrea, I liked margaritas as well, but I'm really picky about them. Sometimes they're just, I don't know what it is with them, but.
Irish Sail Lady says a tawny port or a painkiller, which is apparently a rum drink. I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. Something called a painkiller sounds amazing to drink.
Yeah, especially since you're always in pain.
I know. It's annoying. You just learn to live with it, though. Rum and Pepsi. So here's sort of a question while we're on it. I know I'm not a huge fan of like Jack and Coke because like when I'm going to drink whiskey, I just want to drink the whiskey. But I recently had a conversation with someone about they like Coke better than Pepsi, but for alcoholic drinks, they prefer Pepsi because they say it tastes better with alcohol. So I'm curious, does anyone have a preference if you're going to mix a drink with a soda, a dark soda? Would you prefer Coke or Pepsi? And is that the same one that you would typically drink? As far as if you're a Coke person, would you rather have Pepsi in your drinks or vice versa?
See, I drink either. I feel like a lot of people are a Coke or a Pepsi, and me, it's just like what I'm in the mood for or what the store has. I know a lot of people, like, if you're at a restaurant and ask for, like, if you drink Coke and ask for a Coke and they're like, we have Pepsi, is that fine? They're like, no. I'm like, that's fine. You don't like either, really, though.
No. If I had to choose one, I would choose Coke, but I can't do it. Pepsi's too sweet for me.
Yeah.
Not that Coke isn't sweet, but it's just
Now, if the place has a Mexican Coke, I will pick that one all day long. I like the Mexican Coke.
Oh yeah, that is far and away the best. I will drink that stuff quite more than I would drink anything else. Sangria or Riesling for Lily, aka Scheibe Quilts. So interesting, Amy. There's a restaurant around here that sells a drink called a La Paloma, but it's a Scotch drink. It's like Scotch. It's similar to an old fashioned because it's got Scotch and Angostura bitters, but it has something else in it. I don't remember what, Di Serono or something, but it's really good. So it's a play on an old fashioned. So definitely not the same Paloma that you enjoy. So Carla is a Pepsi person, but she uses Coke to mix with alcohol. Okay, so it's not all that weird of a thing. Casey just texted Fallon her bourbon ranking list. Okay, so you should have that. I actually just ordered some new whiskey from, I forgot what the name of the company is.
Oh, she wasn't playing around.
Well, that's a list. That is a list. See, here's the thing. I'm a Scotch guy, Amy. So when I see all these numbers, I'm like, what is a 6.5? I mean, I know what it is, but like that's, I'm looking for 14 and 20.
Isn't she ranking them? Isn't that her?
No. That's how many years it's been aged.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, I was thinking that was like an 8 out of a 10.
No, but Scotch is aged much longer. So,
this shows how much I know. They don't use that in my lemon drop.
Yeah. They don't. So
I need the chat back.
Sorry, baby. So Amy says you're right. So is she right in that those numbers are your ranking out of 10, or is that the number of years it's been aged? Because as a Scotch guy, like I look at numbers and I'm like, that's how many years it's been aged. So maybe I'm wrong. That's very possible. Oh, okay. So you're right. She says it's out of 10. So that's my bad.
I'm right for once.
Hey, it happens.
I almost forgot to trim all these.
Christina, my favorite Scotch is it's a Glenlivet that's been aged 14 years in a cognac bottle or cognac casks. It's very good. It's very smooth. It's not the best tasting Scotch in the world. It's very good. But I like it because it is sponsored by the Purple Heart Foundation. So a portion of every bottle that is sold goes to the Purple Heart Foundation. So people that have Purple Hearts that have been wounded in combat there's a bunch, there's Wounded Warriors and there's Purple Heart Foundation. There's a whole bunch. But anytime someone buys a bottle of that Scotch, a portion of the proceeds goes to helping disabled and wounded veterans. So that is why it is my favorite. Andrea says her husband is a true Texan. He only drinks Texas whiskey or Glenfiddich if he is having a cigar. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I live in Texas. We've lived here for quite a bit. I don't get it. I know a lot of people love Texas. The weather sucks. The traffic sucks.
Our area, it's too congested.
So I will never be someone who's like a huge Texas guy. But I'm a Midwesterner, so like for me, I'd much rather have snow and cold weather and less traffic and nicer people who are all friendly. That's just me, though.
I don't think anybody here where we live is a actual Texan, though. It's all like people from other places.
Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, most of the...
It's very different here than where like my mom lives.
Yeah, but your mom lives in the... I mean, she lives in the middle of the sticks.
But
like,
that's
she lives
what
in...
most of Texas was.
Well, that's probably true. No, never.
I can't see this to line.
Moving to Florida, Christina. There's like 3 or 4 states in the country where they don't accept law licenses from other states, and Florida's one of them. So if I want to continue practicing law, or at least have the option to practice law, I can't do it in Florida. Florida, Nevada, South Carolina,
I need
Hawaii.
to get my glasses because I can't see lining this up.
I think there may be 1 or 2 more, but those are the ones that I know offhand. And I'm not taking another bar exam. Like, that's just, I've been practicing law way too long to do that. So
I can probably see the line now.
look at you. You look so pretty.
They're probably not even clean.
Good night, Mona. I thought I just cleaned them recently for you.
This pair?
Yeah, isn't that the one?
I don't know.
I thought so. Guinness for Valerie in Dublin. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that like Guinness. For me, I just don't like coffee, and to me, that's exactly what Guinness tastes like. So I can't do it.
I have to know because it's all been on my mind because that's all I'm watching right now. Is anybody following the Karen Reed trial out of Massachusetts?
Anita, yes, the Juki drawing is May 22nd. So next Wednesday,
It'll be announced.
we'll have our live, and we'll announce the winner probably around 7:15, maybe a little bit later, just in case anyone wants to join.
Let people.
The last day to enter, if you make a purchase on our website, the last day to enter is Sunday, May 19th, by 11:59 p.m. Central Time. And we'll go off whatever the store clock is. So if you make a purchase, we'll go off of that time. If you want to do the no purchase option, there's instructions on our website, but we have to receive your entry by Sunday, which means you need to figure out the timing there. But yeah, the drawing, the actual drawing, for legal purposes will be done on Monday, the 20th. So that we can make sure that it's in accordance to what we have set out. But we won't announce it until Wednesday, May 22nd. So Zaza, maybe you know this because I don't remember. No one has mentioned anything about the Karen Reed trial yet. So when I was in Ireland, I tried Guinness, didn't like it because, again, tastes like coffee to me. But there was a beer that is only sold in Ireland. I don't know if it's like a national law that they can't sell it elsewhere. But I talked to the bartender and he's like, yeah, you literally cannot get this anywhere but the US. It's for a short period of time. They had imported bottle or cans of it to Canada, but they stopped doing that. But it was a cream. It was a cream ale. So it was a nitrogen infused ale. And it was a lighter beer. And it was absolutely delicious, but it was so creamy. I don't know, baby.
Will it come off or is it like stand in there? Do I need to cut a new one?
You need to cut another one.
I
It looks like it's
didn't
paint.
see that.
I don't remember what it's called. But if you know, I would love it. Again, I can't buy it here, but I'd like to know because I don't remember what it's called.
That's weird. At least I saw it before I sewed it on.
Yeah, it is really weird. It looks like it's like ink or something, but I don't know how it got on there. Yeah, so I have no idea. Yeah, I know. That's sort of like, hey, do you know where to find the needle in the haystack?
I've heard you talk about that before.
That's how good it was.
Like...
That is how good it was. But yeah, I've never been able to remember. And I don't remember what pub. I mean, I assume if I go back to Ireland, I can find it. But I don't remember where I was when I had it. I should have just remembered.
Maybe you were just hallucinating.
No, I don't think that was it. It's a possibility, but I don't think so. So we'll see.
I think this quilt's going to come together really fast too.
Oh, I didn't realize it had pink in it too.
Yeah, each of the stars is a different color. So there's
like so there's yellow. Oh, that's really cool.
And then a blue one.
You are quite welcome, Anita. We will we're looking forward to it. I think it'll be exciting to give it away, and hopefully whoever wins is in the chat so we can get like a real-time reaction. But if they're not, it's you don't have to be in the live next week to win. Whoever's name gets called will win, regardless of whether they're in the chat.
Yeah, maybe we should do other giveaways while, like another giveaway.
That's fine.
On that day, to like one of my kits.
Yeah, whatever you want to give away, I'll do it. Just a business write-off. I can deal with that.
I think it would be fun to do some smaller ones too.
Okay.
That day.
So apparently next week there will be additional giveaways that are going to happen. Don't know what specifically yet. Maybe some kits. Maybe some.
I think I'll do a pattern and some fabric, like a kit, and maybe just some fabric. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I can make something probably. Trying to think of what I can make. I'll figure something out. Angela says the best milkshake she ever had was a Guinness shake. Now, Angela, do you typically like Guinness? And if not, I'm interested to see why you liked the shake. Or are you a Guinness person and had a Guinness shake and it ended up being delicious?
Well, I could see how it could be different because I don't like beer at all, but I can do like beer bread, beer battered things. When you fry something, it kind of takes some of that offensive flavor away.
Andrea says, when she wins, are we going to bring it to her and Alvin? Look, Andrea, I'm not going to lie. Alvin's like an hour and a half, 2-hour drive for us. So
would it probably honestly be worth it though? Then just ship that.
Maybe.
I think
it's such a long drive. I hate driving, so that's such a long drive.
I think once you got it packaged up and you were about to print the label, you would be like, you know what? Let's see if there's a burger place to eat over there.
Yeah, if you win, Andrea, let us know if there's a burger place around there. We can drop it off and then go get burgers. Doris, how do you get into the giveaway for the Juki? You make a purchase from our online store. Any purchase, doesn't matter what it is. As long as
the deadline
by 11:59 p.m. Central Time on Sunday, this Sunday, May 19th. If you don't want to buy anything, there are instructions on the website for how to enter without making a purchase. There's a link on the website you can look at, and it'll tell you everything you would need to do. Bonnie says Sazerac. I have no idea what that means. Maybe that's a drink.
Yeah. Probably.
Maybe that's a curse that she's putting on me. I don't know.
I've put many curses on him. They don't stick.
Thanks, babe.
I'm just joking.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'm guessing Sazerac is some sort of drink. Okay, so Angela says she likes Guinness as a beer, so I guess it makes sense that she would like it in a milkshake.
Licorice? No.
So I guess it must be a Sandy Schmidt. Hold on one second. I will give you a link to our store so you can take a look.
I'm doing a terrible job of lining these points up. So we're just going to have to quilt the heck out of this one so it hides all of the little point flaws.
So Zaza, I do not like black licorice. Although oddly, I don't mind Jägermeister, which I feel sort of tastes like black licorice. Now, let me preface that by saying the last time I had Jägermeister was in college. Or no, it would have been after college because I was like 25. Anyway, so it's been like 15 to 20 years since I've had Jaeger, so maybe it's not really that good. But I like
I think we
red
all
licorice.
went through a phase of eating or drinking something that wasn't really good.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, Lori, will we be getting any wooden trays soon? Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Did
The
you
problem
try
is-
those new magnets?
No.
again?
So the problem is, I was waiting on my wood vendor to get me wood, and then I finally got the wood and realized, and this is poor planning on my part, that I was out of the magnets that are used in the tray. And I reached out to my vendor, and they no longer sell those magnets. And they were the only ones that sold the magnets I use. They're very specialized magnets that had a ton of, there's like, I don't know, 110 pounds of force. So they don't make those magnets anymore. So I tried some new magnets. They sucked. I ordered some new magnets that just came in. I'm going to try those out. I'm going to make a prototype and see if they work. I'm not confident that they're going to work because they don't seem nearly as strong as they are rated. So I'm sort of in limbo of trying to find a magnet vendor that can provide magnets that will work sufficiently for the trays. And it's really frustrating because I have all the trays, I've got all the wood, and I can make them, but I don't have the magnets for them. So, the problem is we only buy from American companies. So I could easily go and buy a bunch of magnets from a Chinese company and use them, but we try to keep everything as local as possible to contribute to the economy and to help other small business owners out. And so trying to find an American company that makes the magnets that we need is not the easiest thing to do, unfortunately. So I'm trying to find magnets that will work. I just haven't found them yet.
So the pattern is al fresco. I think I keep saying al fresco, but it's al fresco. And it is a fat quarter shot pattern that was for the Sew Sampler. So I'm not sure if it's available anywhere else, but like I showed earlier, they have like Jolly Bar books that are great. They have some really good patterns in them. I think, Amy, didn't you do one of their patterns on your channel recently? I feel like I saw you making one. So I think you really like the books too. And then I believe when you get Jolly Bars, you also get a little pattern with them as well. So.
Okay. So I'm going to try to do this.
What is it? What did somebody ask?
Someone asked for a quick demonstration of the Slidelock. So,
do you want my cutting mat?
No, I can use this.
Don't cut that.
I'm not going to cut it. So, Sandy, this is a quick demonstration. So, this is the Slidelock. This is a 14-inch Slidelock. It comes in a 24-inch. This one still has the paper backing on it. You would remove this when you're using it. I just grabbed this off of our inventory shelf to show you. But the way it works is, sort of show it like this. There's springs in here. So when you press down on the Slidelock, and this is going to be hard, but if you look here, there are holes cut into the acrylic. There are rubber, well, they're not rubber, they're polyurethane bumpers. What happens when you put it on your fabric and you press down, it holds the fabric so that it doesn't move. So when you are holding this down and you have your rotary cutter and you cut, the fabric never moves. So you don't have to worry about moving your ruler and having to reset yourself every time you cut. The 24-inch obviously is a little bit longer, so you can cut with the fabric. And you can press it down with one thumb, so you don't have to use a lot of force. But it makes it so that your fabric does not move, so you don't have to worry about it moving while you cut. The other nice thing is, as you can see, if I had a rotary cutter in my hand, which I don't right now, use my phone, your hand is so far out of the way of the blade that you'll never have to worry about injuring yourself. Now, you could probably do it if you tried, but it's 1/4-inch acrylic, so it's very thick. So it'd be very difficult for you to ride up onto the side of this with your rotary cutter. And then even if you did, you'd have to come up the wood and cut yourself. So it makes cutting safer and it makes cutting a lot easier. And that's sort of how that works.
I have some videos on my channel that show using it too. So
Jaeger and Crown when you need to be pretty gone. Yeah, I've only been I've only been really drunk once in my life, and it was because I didn't drink. The first time I had alcohol, I was 22 or 23. And that's obviously a bit unusual. So I had a bunch of group of friends that were like, dude, have you ever been drunk? I was like, no, never been drunk. So they're like, we're going to get you drunk tonight. And I drank way more than I should have, because the goal was to see how much it took to get me drunk. And that was a dumb thing because I drank so much that no one knows when it happened. Because it was like, it was more than I should have drank. Let's just put it that way. Multiple shots back to back, no time to figure out. Anyway, I found out two things that night. One, I am one of those people who, when they get drunk, just becomes sort of quietly funny. I apparently was telling some very funny stories that I don't remember. So I learned that about myself. And two, if you drink too much, you will throw up all night long. And that was horrible. So I've never done it again because that was one of the worst feelings ever. So I don't recommend it. But yeah, that's how that worked. I don't even know why I told that story.
Because you had wine, so you're telling weird stories.
No, someone must have said something. Let's see, where am I?
Hey, Donnell.
Hey, we were just talking about you a few minutes ago, Donnell. I was giving out good.
Scare her.
No, I was giving out recommendations for good burgers in the Detroit area. So, Sandy Schmidt, yeah, this right here, what you see, everything comes with it: the handle, the acrylic, all of the engineering inside. It's patented, so you can't really buy it anywhere else.
So on the website, when you click on, is the video still there since we updated stuff on?
I honestly don't know. Let me see.
There is a video that show how to use it because we call it, we often call it a ruler, but there's no markings on it. So you either use your mat to measure and cut or use it along with another ruler, which I show how to do in the video. So,
yeah, the video's still here.
Zaza.
What did she say?
She is making fun of me and you kind of together.
My, what did we do?
She said that I said that like a long-suffering wife.
You're not suffering, I hope.
No, definitely not. But we do like to poke fun at each other a lot.
Yeah, it's the only way to have fun. I mean, it's not the only way, but it is fun. Okay, so Donnell, just so you know, and email me if you want specifics, but there's a burger place in Grosse Pointe Farms called Luxe, Luxe. Delicious. They're expensive. They're $20 burgers, but they're totally worth it. There is a place that's on Kirchville Avenue. Luxe is on Kirchville Avenue. There's a place on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods called Little Tony's. Much more affordable burgers, your standard, American burger.
Do any of them do takeout though? Because she was saying takeout.
I don't. You can take out for sure. They don't do delivery. But Little Tony's delicious burgers as well. Red Crown in Grosse Pointe Park, $10 to $15 burgers, also very good. They also have really good food, generally speaking.
Donnell, are you under the weather too? Since you're asking about takeout, I hope not.
We look like a well-paired couple, says Creative Cats. We try.
It took a lot of work to get him to behave properly.
By a lot of work, she means like 3 days. We got married like 2 weeks. We didn't. It wasn't really 2 weeks after we met. We
no, it was
got married like 4 or 5 months after we met.
Yeah.
So, and we probably would have gotten married earlier because we met at the end of February. We got married in August. So call it 5 plus just about 5 months, because I think we met literally like the second or last day, 27th, 28th of February, and got married in early August. We were ready to get married in June though. But we're both really bad at remembering dates. So we're thinking, oh, maybe we could do July 7th. But we decided against that because that's shortly right after her birthday. We didn't really want those two dates to be intertwined. So we waited until August 8th. So we could do 8/8. 1, because it would be easy to remember. 2, 8 is her favorite number. 88 is her favorite number. So if it hadn't been for the numerical sort of idiosyncrasies that we both have, we probably would have been married in June, but we waited until August to get the date right.
That we have.
Yeah.
I don't have a number problem.
Do you like 88?
I do.
There we go. So.
But I can put my car's
hey,
air
Siberian
conditioner temperature on whatever.
Yeah, we're not. No, it's not.
Whatever he gets in my car, he fixes whatever the AC is on, whatever the volume is on.
But to be fair, like when I'm in your car, I'm driving. So as the driver, I get to choose all that stuff.
Still my car. He doesn't like for the numbers to be. I don't know what numbers he likes to be on. But.
I have issues. Like, it is what it is.
Our daughter does too with the numbers on that stuff. She likes them to be a certain thing too.
Yeah, if I'm in the car, the temperature generally has. I don't even need to get into it. Let's just say that, like, I've got some crazy stuff going on with numbers. Don't know why. It just is that way. So.
To be fair, it honestly doesn't bother me. I don't care. Like. The kids change the stuff in my car when they're in there riding with me to whatever they want it to be on. I don't care. So
that's why I make a good
think
couple.
It's funny.
The stuff that she really cares about, I don't have a problem with, and the stuff that I really care about, she doesn't have a problem with. So it's sort of like we work very well in that way. Because the things that I find to be now, when I say find things important, it's like things that are intrinsically important to me but really have no bearing in life. She's totally okay with, and vice versa. On the big things, we agree on the things that are important and what's not, and that also helps. So, to be fair, Zaza, my wife hates driving. I hate driving, but like when we go anywhere together, I always drive, whether it's her car, my car, or one of the others. So,
except for one time recently, I drove.
I think that's because I was so sick I couldn't drive.
Oh, maybe that was why. I was trying to think of why, because I was thinking about the other day.
We were going to the store to get medicine.
And you were like grading my driving.
I was not grading your driving. I was just like, the kids always tell me that she's like a speed demon and that she'll go 90 miles an hour on the roads. And I got to witness firsthand that is absolutely true.
That's not. I don't know why y'all say that. I don't like driving. There's no way I'm going to be speeding like that.
Mike, hey Mike, where you at, man? We were talking about In-N-Out like for the first 30 minutes of the show. What's going on? I was hoping that you'd be there, back me up. So interesting, Donnell. I'm a big fan, at least in Michigan, in the fall and the winter, of windows down, heat on. Like, I don't care if it's 30 degrees outside. I want the windows down, but I need the heat on to keep me warm. I'm a big fan of that. In Texas, I will never put the windows down because 90% of the time it's 100 degrees and it's disgusting out. So always windows up. That's not true. There's a handful of days in Texas where the weather is nice enough to have windows down. But almost all the time it's windows up. So yeah, that's right, Mike. You missed all the In-N-Out conversation. Well, we're not only just In-N-Out, we were discussing all types of burgers: peanut butter, pineapple, beetroot, if you can believe it, eggs. We had a long conversation. That sounds good, Bonnie. She says her husband makes the best burger. He smokes them on the smoker and then slaps them on the grill. I like making stuff in the smoker. I usually reserve that for pulled pork, brisket, things of that nature. I've made some smoked burgers though; they're very good. It's just a lot of work. Like it's so much easier just to make a burger, in a cast iron in the house, because the smoker takes long. You got to warm it up. You got to get into the right mode. So. I like using the smoker, but just not as frequently. So what Debbie says, that's why she drives a convertible. I get that. I've never owned a convertible. I've owned I love cars, so I would, when I was younger, buy a cheap car for $700, fix it up, and sell for like $3,000. and I would do that over and over again. So I've owned a number of cars. I've had a couple cars with T-tops or the Target tops, like a Porsche. Never had a full convertible. I've driven one because a buddy of mine had one.
Oh, I'll be honest. Sorry, everyone.
Convertibles are okay. I find that it really sucks if you're driving in a convertible and rain comes out of nowhere. And to be fair, the convertibles that I've driven were all the manual tops because they were older cars. But it sucks when it's raining and you've got to stop and put the top up, and then you end up getting soaking wet. CPA_Gmail. Hi. I don't think that's Liz, but I could be wrong. So yeah. Bearded Butchers. Oh yeah, so we've actually purchased some stuff from the Bearded Butchers. I've ordered many of their spices.
And I was going to ask, was that our spice? Well, not our spice company, but like the spice company.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
Or is it just a similar name?
No. I've ordered stuff from them because I'm a big fan of beards. Yeah, I've ordered their bold blend before. There's another brand that we use that I find to be superior to anything else, and I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head.
One of our kids is down there. You can ask them.
Hey, who is that? Lo, is that you? Hunter, is that you? Shadow, is that you? We don't know who it is. No one's responding to me.
I probably it's Lorelai because she'll have her headphones on listening to music.
Oh, could be. So it is CPA_Gmail is Liz. It just says they won't let her rename her account.
No.
Hi,
Liz.
The butter one is good. They had a Brock Lesnar. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on with Brock Lesnar that required them to rename stuff. But yeah, I think that's the one that we have. The Brock Lesnar. Ours actually says Brock Lesnar on it though, because we bought it before all the stuff went down with Brock Lesnar. So, yeah, hold on. I'm trying to.
I can't think of the name of the spices that we use a lot for the life of me, and they are really good.
Oh, Hardcore Carnivore.
There you go.
Hardcore Carnivore is the brand of seasonings that we really like. They are delicious. They have no crazy additives. A lot of them don't have sugar, which is great, but they have a jalapeno salt one that is delicious. It's nice and spicy. It is. You put that stuff on everything.
Tex-Mex is one of my favorites too.
Yeah, the Tex-Mex, they're all good.
Yeah,
so they have a black seasoning that is delicious. Tex-Mex, whole bunch. Who is the puppy? The puppy is Shadow. Shadow, where are you? Oh, hey, there you are. Hey. Come say hi. Say hi. Look. Did I wake you? I didn't know you were sleeping. You were so quiet.
He was like curled up back there.
You want to say anything to the people? No, look there. They're over there. No? Okay.
He's looking at your computer, though.
Look, that's you.
Himself.
That's you. Now you just want to look at me. Okay.
All right, I'm going to trim this one, and then we're going to wrap up because I'm going to fall asleep.
Okay. My wife's a lightweight. She goes to bed very early. Yeah, just like you.
We're going to go downstairs. He's going to pick out a movie for us to watch. And
she's going to make it 3 minutes through it.
5 minutes and I'll be asleep. So he's learned to not ask me what movie I want to watch at night. He's just like, put on what you want to watch, except for one that's like a tennis one or something that has a lot of noise.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies, but I can't watch it because it's got a lot of noise and it's
nuts.
yeah.
When I'm trying to go to sleep.
But tonight may be a good movie. It might be a The Saints with Val Kilmer. She doesn't like it, but she's going to be asleep in 3 minutes, so I can watch
And the
it.
beginning is so quiet of that movie. Well, most of it's really quiet, honestly, until the end. It's slow.
Yeah.
Did I not do that? No, I didn't do that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Mike said he gets more hungry here than I get sewing done. That is true. So luckily tonight we ate before we came on, which means that talking about food does not really affect us because we're completely full.
Yeah, last time. Though.
Last time it was bad. We were so hungry. We ended up probably. What did we end up going to Anthony's last week? I don't remember. We did something. I don't remember.
I think we did end up going somewhere because neither of us wanted to cook after we were done. But I don't remember if we did. I don't know. So here are the 2 blocks I finished. And then I have 2 more to finish for the center of the quilt. And then it's just 4 more stars that are smaller on the corners and the piano key border around it. So this will be another quick quilt, I think, too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, did I turn that off? Yeah, I did. Okay.
You're
the iron. I mean, it'll turn off on its own, that one. Hey.
He's a good pup. He's just having a grand old time. Okay, well.
Right. Well, thank you for another good Wednesday evening sew and chat. We will see you here next time, and it should be a lot of fun because now I need to put together a kit. You need to write that down for me so I remember to put together.
I should have brought my thing up here. I didn't bring it. I know. Yeah, so I will say this. So Joe and Amy, there was a time in college where I would wake up at 4 a.m. because I found, especially on a college campus, between like 4 a.m. and 8 a.m., no one is awake. And you can get so much done between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. And it is amazing how much work because there's no distractions. There's nothing good on TV. Or at least back then there wasn't. Nowadays you can watch whatever you want, whenever you want. But from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., nothing on TV, no good radio stuff to listen to. It's literally just you have to get work done. There's nothing else. And so it was great. Yeah, Amy loves The Saints. Amy's got such good taste.
That movie, I don't like it.
You don't like Val? Is it a Val Kilmer problem? Oh, you don't like Elizabeth, whatever, I forgot her name now. You don't like the girl, the main female character.
I don't like the way she acts in the movie. I'm like, half of this movie didn't need to be a thing if she just listened to him.
Well, that's true. But then it wouldn't be a movie. They wouldn't have been able to make a 37-minute movie. I want to watch that. Elizabeth Shue. Thank you, Amy.
She's like, why is she running away? Clearly, he's here to protect you.
I'm with Amy. I like Elizabeth Shue as well. So, okay. Well, it's been great hanging out with everyone. So, thank you for everything. And
be sure to come hang out with us next week.
Yep, next week for all those that joined late, next week is the grand announcement for our 1-year anniversary sale where we're going to be giving away a brand new TL18QVP Juki machine. Brand new inbox. It won't be this one. It's brand new. You'll get that. But we've also apparently decided to do some other giveaways. So we'll probably give away a Slidelock. We'll probably give away some trim locks and some kits. And I don't know what, but it's our 1-year anniversary. We'll have some fun. I may break out the scotch just because it'll be like a celebration. It'll be nice. I'm out of bitter, so I can't make an old fashioned. So maybe
like you can't buy some by then.
Oh, I probably could. So yeah, we'll do that. It'll be fun. Oh, that's right. The Stars are playing right now. Jill, I haven't turned the game on. What's an update? Who's winning?
So that's what we're watching then.
No, I want to watch a movie. Because no offense, I don't care all that much about the Stars game. I just, I don't want the Stars
hockey,
to win.
So
yeah.
You like sports either way.
So yeah, so come by next week. Same time, same bat channel. We'll do some smaller giveaways. We'll do the big giveaway, which that will obviously be settled. Whoever's going to win this we're going to find out. We'll know Monday. You guys won't know until Wednesday,
She
but the
said
smaller
tied.
stuff.
It's tied right now.
Okay. Thank you, Joe. But yeah, we'll do some smaller giveaways. It'll be fun. Have some grand old time.
He's listening to you talk. He's like, I haven't heard food yet.
You want some food? You want a bone? You want a bone? Bone?
His nose is twitching.
You'll get a bone when we go downstairs. Buy the bitters, says Creative Cats. I will. I'm going to get some bitters, and I'll make myself a wonderful old fashioned. So thank you again, everyone. We look forward to seeing you next week, and have a safe week. Be kind to everyone, and we will see you Wednesday next week.
Yep, and I'll be working.
Good luck
on
to
star
everyone
support.
who has entered or will enter by Sunday. Hopefully someone awesome wins.
Bye.
Nancy, are we still calling the order beforehand? No, we did a poll and almost everyone said that they would prefer to get notified live. So if you are the grand prize winner, you do not have to be on the live stream next week. We will announce you on the live stream. If you're not on, I will give you a call the next day, send you an email to make sure I can get a hold of you. But you're not going to lose out if you're not on the live stream. So please feel no pressure. You don't have to show up.
Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you all. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye.